We live in a world obsessed with conversations, endless texting, commenting, replying, arguing. Everyone wants to be heard. But what if the most important conversation of your life is the one you've been ignoring? A divine conversation, one that doesn't happen on a screen, but happens between you and Allah. That conversation is Salat. But here's the truth most of us forget. Salat is not a monologue. It's not a ritual. It's not a routine. It's a dialogue between your limited, fragile self and the infinite, ever-living source of all existence. And the moment you start treating Salat as a conversation, everything changes. Every day, we pour out our thoughts to the world. We speak to friends, post online, vent to strangers. But we often forget to speak to the one who actually listens, with perfect attention, absolute mercy, and complete understanding. Allah says in the Quran, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." Surah Ghafir 40:60. This isn't poetry, it's a divine promise. Allah is saying, "Talk to me, I will answer." And yet, when the time for Salat comes, we rush it, delay it, or worst, ignore it, not realizing we're ignoring the only conversation that truly matters. Salat isn't about fancy Arabic. It's not about how much Quran you've memorized. It's about your heart's presence, your sincerity. Allah is not looking for perfect words. He is listening for your silent cries. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah says, "When my servant asks you about me, then indeed I am near. I respond to the call of the caller when he calls upon me." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:186. He doesn't say the righteous caller or the perfect Muslim. He says, the caller. That means you, right now, as broken as you are. You don't need to shout. You don't need to know how to do it right. You just need to speak, and He listens. Think about this. When you say, Allahu Akbar, you're not just starting a prayer. You're saying, Ya Allah, everything I was just thinking about, worrying about, chasing after, is not greater than you. You're entering a sacred meeting. And then, you begin with Surah Al-Fatiha. But did you know, when you recite it, Allah responds to every verse? The Prophet ﷺ said, when the servant says, "All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds," Allah responds, "My servant has praised me." Sahih, Muslim. Line by line, Allah responds. Do we realize how sacred this exchange is? Sometimes people say, "I talk to Allah, but I don't hear anything back." But do you listen in silence? Because Allah may not speak in the way you expect, but He speaks through peace in your heart, through clarity after confusion, through that sudden calm in sujood, or tears that fall unexpectedly. He says, "So remember me, I will remember you." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:152. Do you understand the weight of that? The Creator of the universe remembers you every time you remember Him. That is the most beautiful, most generous response anyone could ever give. Many people feel unworthy. I haven't prayed in years. I'm a sinner. I don't feel anything when I pray. But let me ask you this. When you're sick, do you avoid medicine? No, you need it more. Salat is not reserved for the pure. It's designed to purify you. Even if your hands are stained with sin, Allah still wants you to raise them in Salat. He says, "Say, O my servants who have wronged themselves, do not despair of the mercy of Allah." Surah Az-Zumar 39:53. So pray, even if your voice shakes, even if you don't know what to say, because Allah already knows, and He's just waiting, for you to speak. You see, in Salat, sujood is the climax of the conversation, the place where the body lowers but the soul rises. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The closest a servant comes to his Lord is when he is in prostration." Sahih Muslim. That's no coincidence, because when you're in sujood, you let go of your pride, your distractions, your control, and in that position, you whisper the most honest, raw, sacred words, and Allah listens closer than ever. No matter how messy your day was, how sinful your thoughts were, how heavy your heart feels, every single prayer is a reset button, an invitation from Allah to begin again, to have a fresh conversation, to open your heart without fear, to sit in the presence of the one who never tires of listening. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah reminds us, "Indeed, Allah is with those who fear Him and those who are doers of good." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:194. He is with you, not watching from a distance, with you, in your moments, in your salat. How many calls do we take every day? Family, friends, bosses, deadlines, notifications. But the most important call is the one we miss the most, the Adhan, calling you to a divine conversation. So the next time you hear it, don't delay, don't rush. Realize Allah is calling you to speak with Him, and not just speak, but be heard, known, loved. You're not too far gone. You're not too broken. Just say, "Ya Allah," and the conversation begins.